So I'm going to change the oil in the K1600 GTL, and this is what you're going to need. And if you do this, you will save at least $100. Now, I use the kit that you can get off of Amazon, and it is the recommended oil, and of course the OEM filter that and the crush washer that I always just use OEM. So anyways, this is the tools you'll need and the torque specs to snug everything down. Now this has 2 oil pans. Yeah, leave it to BMW to make it difficult. So you have to take out one of the plugs, the first plug, drain the majority of the oil out, and then you take out the inner one. And that's where you got to be careful, because you don't want to drop your plug off of that tool right there. So we're going to go ahead and get the oil drained. So I'm getting ready to sell this. I'm getting a timestamp. It's Tuesday the 16th, January, and I am changing the oil. And my last, hopefully my last oil change. But this is in really good shape, and I just want the next owner to be able to have fresh oil and ready to go. While I'm letting the primary drain pan drain completely, I went ahead, I had this tool here to take the filter off. If you just do that, you can get that on there. And I like to pack this with paper towels, just because once you start doing the filter, it makes a huge mess. Nobody likes oil and stuff inside that, so hopefully that'll catch most of it, and then I'll just have to clean it up really good. I actually switched the removing tool because it's got a 3/8 drive end on it. The other one didn't, and this has a little handy O-ring on it that's grippy, so it'll help to grip on it if you get oil in your fingers. So I got a couple of these. I've had several BMWs, so just want to make sure that was the right one, because you don't want to get one of those stuck on there. That sucks. There, see how the paper towels kind of keep it away from getting inside. It'll probably still leak by a little bit, but just have to spend a little time and clean her up. All right, I got the new one on, and I didn't have a adapter to go from my 1/4-inch drive torque wrench, because it was 11 Newman metric or whatever, NM, to snug that down. But usually you seat it and then you go another 1/4 turn. That's usually my rule of thumb if I can't get a proper torque on it. So got a nice fresh filter on. Now I'm ready for the inner plug. So I pushed this big capacity oil pan thing out of here, and I always keep one of these on hand just for low profile things, because I got to be able to get this tool up in there, and take that out. But I'm not going to video it because I got to be careful with this. This is where everybody gets scared, because you drop that plug in the primary drain pan, it's going to be a heck of a time trying to get it out. So I just want to concentrate and take my time and not film this, and do it right. Save myself $100 or so, because BMW will charge you $200 and some odd dollars to do this oil change. I guess this is what happens when you don't have your oil pan under there properly. See how much oil comes out of that secondary? And I kind of let it just run all over, because I did not want this little bad boy to fall inside the primary one. So I'd rather deal with this mess right here than have that little plug get jammed up in there and me trying to figure out how to get it out. So, oh boy, now I got to deal with the mess. Okay, I got my oil mess remediated. So I'll just make sure I clean up all this drippy mess and clean up the floor after I'm done, but I'll just continue to let this drip a little bit, and then we'll put the inner plug in first. Just remember to don't flip out, don't freak out when there's a lot of oil comes out of that secondary. So unscrew it slowly. When you think that your plug is completely unthreaded, just pull it down a little bit and you're gonna get oil all over your hands. So make sure you have this little container. I learned a hard lesson on that one. Seems to me I did this last time. I can't remember now, but I should have remembered. But don't flip out. Just hold it steady. Let most of it drain out, and then slowly bring that tool straight down with that plug on there, so you don't lose it. I think this is why people pay the money to go do it. That BMW's got some special tool that can get it. I'm wondering if this thing's metal and it's magnetic, and they just got a little magnet they can get it out with. I should check that. Okay, so that plug is metal. So if you have a really flexible, angled, type of magnet that can get up in there, and because you've dropped it and you're flipping out, just hopefully you can magnetize it. You could actually probably even take a powerful magnet from the bottom side underneath the oil pan and just drag it over towards the drain. It'll probably just come right out. I don't know, who knows, but just don't let it go. Okay, I successfully got the inner plug in, and I torqued it down to, what was it, 12 Newman meters or Newton meters, and the primary drain plug 28 Newton meters, kind of like a Fig Newton. Anyways, I got all that snugged down. I got my new there's a new crush washer in there, came with the filter, with the kit that I got from Amazon. Got my new filter on. Now I just have to get the oil in it, and its capacity is 4.755 liters, give or take. You know how that goes. Anyways, we'll start getting her filled and make sure she's up to capacity. All right. Got her all changed, fresh lubricant, good filter. Now we'll just let her get up to operating temperature, and we'll check the levels again just to make sure we're all correct. Of course, we're going to check the links under here to make sure that nothing leaking, and also with the drain plug to be on the safe side. And you know what? I guess if a guy wanted to save even more money, you could not get the BMW kit. Get a good Mobil 1 or Amsoil or whatever, and a different filter. You could save more money, but just use the good stuff, I guess.